Hey guys, welcome back to Coin Knowledge. So today we're going to be taking a look at a new gaming altcoin that just recently launched and give you guys my opinion on it, do a little bit more of a deeper dive here on what the project is, where, if I see potential here or not, give you guys my unbiased opinions. So if you guys are a fan of crypto gaming and new projects like this, I would bring to your attention early on. Consider subscribing to the channel and liking the videos. Your support means everything, as well as I do have my Patreon and Discord linked below if you're interested in what I'm doing in these markets, or if you want to join the Discord. It's free to join. You can get in there, ask me questions, ask the community questions, see if there's projects you want to bounce off of each other. So again, just want to make that note to you guys. Otherwise, we're looking at Legends of Elysium today, which is a trading card game. So we can see here, they have a little bit going on here. We'll get right into it and look at their teaser trailer, kind of skim through it, turn that down a little bit, see what they have going on here, see if they show off any of their gameplay, which it does not look like they do. But again, what they say here is that Legends of Elysium is a free-to-play game with no barrier to entry. So it looks like they are going to be able to have it on desktop and mobile versions in the future. Right now, it is, I think, primarily a 2D game or platform primarily right now. So again, this is kind of what the gameplay looks like a little bit. So this is the art style. Now, again, this game is early on. They just launched their token. They have been building for a few years now, though. So, it's just given the nature of it. And again, I try not to be biased in these reviews. And again, full disclosure, I do not hold a position in their token here. Just bring it to your attention here, see if there's potential here or not. Again, because it is a newer project in the space, want you guys to be aware of really as many projects as you can be, so you guys can pick from these videos and see which projects might fit your investment portfolio. But again, nothing as serious financial advice. So looking at it again, the graphics here are interesting. I don't think they're as quality as other card games in the space. It is interesting how they do it here with the hexagon style of their game. So if players are going to play this game, I think that it's going to attract a certain player base to, within the trading card game niche, which is already niching down from, traditional gaming. But again, we've seen trading card games do very well, though, in the space with Echelon Prime, Gods Unchained, Splinterlands from the last cycle. So it's not crazy to think that, this game could get some attention. And I'll show you guys towards the end of the video the tokenomics, the vesting schedule of this token, and how crazy undervalued it is for as market cap goes, but stuff to be aware of. So we can see here their play to earn overview. Again, kind of what you can expect here. Most projects have this. The different allocations and tokenomics. We can see here that they had an initial market cap of just shy of 300,000, not 300 million, 300,000, which is very, very low, obviously. So we can see, again, they've been designing this since 2021, 2022. Now we're all the way up until, 2024 here. So again, they can see that the token has released. They've had their TGE. They are hopefully wanting to have an official game release. They are going to be doing their open beta here very, very soon. By the time you're watching this video, it's probably already out, and maybe you can get your hands on it. And again, they are going to be wanting to get this thing ported over to mobile, which I think, obviously, if they can get a mobile version, kind of like Gods Unchained did with their mobile card game recently, I think that could bring a resurgence in this project as far as getting attention on it, because if you get projects on mobile as far as gaming goes, it's just more accessible to more people. Not everyone has a PC rig or even a computer, but everyone typically has a phone. So that's kind of my mindset there. They do have their team here linked into their Twitters, their LinkedIn's. You can see kind of what their experience here. I like that they have their LinkedIn's. I wish that they would have just put their faces and experiences here a little bit more in depth. So something I did want to critique there a little bit. Sorry, they have good advisors. Now, the investors and partners is pretty bullish. Obviously, here, they are building on the Polygon chain. They are partnered with Scale, Entangled, pretty big ones here. Gamer Hash. Another one was, Ultra, Spin Top. They have GameSwift, Unix Gaming, Sparta Dex, Decubate, GameFi, Solidus Tech, AI Tech. I think these are places where they launched as far as launch pads go. Chainlink. So, very big partners and backers and investors in the space. Now, if we look at their native token, their LOE, Legend of Elysium token, obviously we can see right now that the project is the token's trading at, 9 to 10 cents currently, again, building on Polygon. And if we look at the market cap, again, we see this thing launch very recently at the end of March, so not that long ago. The circulating market cap is only $600,000 currently, according to this website. It's hard to track new token launches sometimes. So again, we can see the all-time market cap was about 2.5 million from when they launched. It shot up real fast, and obviously you have the selling pressure from early rounds. And people, it's a new launch. It's obviously going to bottom out as time goes on, as most new launches do. So again, at a 600,000 market cap, I think it could go either way. It really depends. If people start talking about the game, if it starts getting player base, if it's a fun game, obviously it's gonna have a lot to do with it. If you look at the IEO and IDO prices, I mean, early investors are only up about a 2x at current today prices, which is not crazy. Again, we can see that it did launch on AI Tech, Dicubate, GameFi, and it looks like Giteo also had an IEO right there. So again, not that crazy as far as early investors go, so it's not like people are sitting on a crazy 10x. At current prices, obviously it was higher at the peak recently here. We can see the different allocations here. If we look at what's currently in circulation, about 5% of the tokens are currently out. We can see that obviously it has quite a bit more to go, but the vesting schedule looks like most of them are pretty linear over multiple years for the most part. The team doesn't even get touched. They have a 6-month cliff, and then they're unlocked linear for 2 months, for 2 years, sorry. But if we look at the current unlocked schedule for the future, it's the 29th of every month, which is something you want to take note of if you're going to get involved with this project. Again, I'm not telling you to, I'm just bringing it to your attention. Nothing's financial advice, but we can see that, their unlock on April 29th, later this month, is going to be about 1.5% of the max supply, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it is a lot if you only have 5% of it out currently. That can impact the price, so be aware of that. And then it kind of ramps up pretty quick. I mean, we go from 1.5, 2.7, almost 4%, almost 4.5%, 4.5, 4.5, 4. So it does ramp up pretty quick. So pretty major unlocks. Obviously, as time goes on, the unlocks have a little bit less impact than the earlier unlock rounds do. But again, it's something that I would be wary of for the long term. Just letting you guys know the marketing or the markets right now where you can get this token at as far as exchange listings go. Obviously, we have Uniswap as a DEX on Polygon. It is listed on Baguette, Mexi, and Giteo out of the gate. So it's good to see that they do have quite a few centralized exchanges. That is good to see because the more centralized exchanges you have, it lowers the chance of it being a scam or kind of a lower tier project. Not that I'm saying that that's what I think of this project. I'm just saying that it is hard to tell as far as such a low market cap goes in a new token launch and a new project. Again, I always say this with micro caps. You're taking a gamble. If this is something you're looking at getting involved with, I wouldn't put really more than 0.1 or 1% even max of my portfolio into something like this. I would definitely treat a micro cap more like a short-term trade to maybe use your X's to fund your long-term bags, if that makes sense. So if you put $500 into something like Legends of Elysium and it 10x's to 6 million, which, if gaming does pump next, which I think is potentially going to happen, again, I don't know, nobody knows, but if it goes, 10x's, you have $5,000 now. Again, unlocks dilution, yes, but then you could take that money, maybe leave a small little moon bag if you have conviction levels, but then move that into your high conviction long-term bags to help fund your portfolio or grow it, I should say. But again, easier said than done. Obviously, nothing's that simple in crypto, but I do think, look at this chart, that it could have potentially bottomed. It's hard to say that it would bottom more than 600,000, but again, it could go either way. I'll keep you guys updated on this project as well, because I think that I always say it, trading card games, I do think do well. They do have their open beta obviously going live here in about half a day. So, there is potential for this to do very well if people play the game, if they like it, if it gets some hype around the game, because crypto is a kind of a hype market. There has to be good levels of marketing for a project to kind of get broad exposure across the markets here. So I think Legends of Elysium definitely does have potential to do that, but there has to be a lot of factors that kind of go its way. So let me know in the comments below, guys, if you guys what do you guys think about this project? If you like me covering, newer projects in the space, just to bring to your attention. Again, full disclosure, I do not have a position in this. I'm not looking at adding one right now. I'm going to see kind of what this project does, how the game really looks, how people, do as far as feedback after playing it, if it gets hype behind it. But let me know in the comments below what you guys are doing in these markets. And if you guys are interested in what I'm doing, I do have my Patreon link below. And I also have my Discord as well, which is free to join. You can get in there, ask me questions, let me know projects that you guys are looking at, get my opinion on it, or get other people's opinions on it that are in there as well, trying to grow that thing. Just recently launched it. And if you guys got value out of this video and out of this channel, if you guys can like the video, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and share the video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. All right, see you guys.